Doge is not the first time America has thrown tech bros at government. In fact, back in the early part of the Obama administration, Obama himself would call prominent techies in Silicon Valley and Seattle and beyond and say, "Come do a tour of duty for your government. Your country needs you." And they showed up. This is 18F in the early days. People who came with talent and skill and technology to help upgrade government. And we thought of them as heroes, modernizing things like the ACA's website and services for veterans. So more and more programs were developed to bring tech talent into government. And this lore about who the heroes were really grew. But 10 years into this field, I was curious. Did these people stick around? Did we have just kind of high notes and low notes? Because the stories I heard were more complex than the press releases. So I decided to just very lightly stalk 400 people on LinkedIn for 6 years. 3 major innovation fellowship programs, and I tried to see if they returned to working in government, and just 17% on average did, which shocked my industry. Why didn't they return? Well, one, some burned out quickly. There were cultural challenges that they just couldn't hack government in terms of the culture. And 2, government is just huge. We have 90,000 governments in the United States because our founders were obsessed with distributing local control, which means major technology decisions are being made from local to federal, and heroes don't scale. We need government employees, surely, who understand modernizing technology and can make strategic decisions. But they're not always going to be the tech people that we think they are. I want to tell you a story about a woman in Washington I met, worked in county government, and one day she walked in to the office and everyone was sobbing. 2 reasons. 1, a beloved colleague of 40 years had suddenly passed overnight. 2, he was the only one who could run this card database and been doing it his entire career. And to replace him was $1,250 per hour with a consultant. And we have this kind of problem happening at every level of government frequently, because government isn't thinking strategically about bringing young people aside, long-term, knowledgeable employees, and transferring just not technology, but knowledge and context. Government has the second oldest employee pool of anybody in the United States. And unfortunately, we haven't even seen the peak of boomer retirements. And while Gen X is really excited about that, we do not have the millennials and Gen Z coming in behind to fill those roles. And in fact, Gen Z just stays 2 years in government before popping back to the private sector. The bridge between college and government employment is broken, in part because governments don't think they need entry-level employees, but each of us who have tried to file a PPP loan know that they need more capacity. And so I thought to myself, I want to build a more effective bridge between college students entering the workforce and government that needs them to be the next generation of technology talent. And I think we can use the work-study program in states and federal level to reimburse governments 75% on the dollar to employ college students part-time for 2 years in government. I'm a senior fellow at Data Foundation, partnering with Pitt UN to create a program called LaunchGrad, where we employ college students and help place them in partner governments. So they work 2 years and gain additional training on everything from cyber hygiene, like maybe don't download Temu and take that on your phone into work. And then how to make strategic technology purchasing decisions or sharing code with fellow governments. There is so much that we can train up and upskill young government employees, creating jobs of the future. And if we did that in Seattle, we would save Seattle $1.8 million and put $500,000 more into students' pockets with financial aid. We are right now with 300 interns per year. So my goal with LaunchGrad is to build that bridge and to graduate 2,000 students per year and the next 5 years into government jobs to be the future of technology modernization of government. Thanks.